Hello, everyone. There's someone keeping an eye on you right now, someone observing from a distance, trying to understand who you truly are. They're deeply intrigued by you because you're different. You don't reveal yourself easily or let just anyone in. There's a quiet confidence about you that sparks curiosity in others. You seem to know exactly what to share and what to keep private. Even when you're kind and approachable, there's still a part of you that feels out of reach, and that mystery has completely drawn this person in. They've been trying to figure you out in subtle ways, maybe by talking to mutual connections or simply watching how you carry yourself. What they've realized is that hardly anyone really knows the real you. You're selective about who gets close to your inner world, and that makes you even more attractive to them. Interestingly, they see a bit of themselves in you. They're also private and cautious about who they let in. There's a sense of recognition, like meeting someone on the same wavelength, and it's motivating them to stop observing and start acting. They know that if they truly want to understand you or explore the feelings they're developing, they'll need to step forward with confidence and purpose. They're preparing to approach you openly, introduce themselves properly, and express their interest clearly. This won't be a casual or playful move. They intend to be genuine and transparent, hoping you'll sense the honesty behind their words and actions. They're coming toward you with steady, grounded energy, someone who values sincerity and clarity. There's no intention to play games or hide anything. They also understand something important about you. You're not easily fooled. You have a strong sense of awareness, whether it's intuition or observation, and you can quickly pick up on anything that doesn't feel right. People even say that nothing slips past you, that you notice everything and can spot dishonesty from afar. They've noticed that you're not easily swayed by charm or hidden motives. If something feels off, you don't hesitate. You step back and move on without overthinking it. That's something they truly admire about you. What draws them in even more is how naturally you attract attention without trying. You're not someone who seeks the spotlight, yet people are pulled toward your genuine, effortless presence. There's no pretense in you, no sense of superiority, just a quiet confidence and deep self-respect that speaks for itself. They can tell you know your value, and that's exactly the kind of energy they want in their life. They're not interested in someone who shares everything with everyone. They're looking for someone thoughtful, someone who understands that a bit of mystery is meaningful and knows how to balance openness with personal boundaries. With that in mind, they're thinking about approaching you in a sincere and honest way. At the same time, they're aware that you tend to pick up on what's left unsaid. Even if they seem a little reserved at first, it's only because they're being careful, not because they're hiding anything. Beneath that, their intentions are real. They're quietly hoping you'll sense the depth behind their words, that you'll recognize their willingness to open up once trust begins to grow. They want you to see who they truly are, just not all at once. They're trusting that you'll appreciate their slow, steady approach rather than be put off by it. From what they've seen, you're not looking for anything rushed or superficial. You may be open to love, but you're not interested in something intense that fades just as quickly. They feel that their desire to build something naturally and gradually matches what you're looking for. They want to take their time, let things develop step by step, and create a connection that respects both your boundaries and your comfort. The Ten of Cups suggests that this person sees you as genuinely beautiful, both in how you look and in the energy you carry. There's something naturally warm and inviting about you, a kind of sweetness that pulls them in effortlessly. They might even think of you as a sweetheart, or they've heard others describe you that way. At the same time, they sense there's more to you than what's visible on the surface. Beneath that gentle, kind exterior, they believe there's a deeper, more passionate side. Right now, though, that part of you is still a mystery to them, something they can only imagine because they know they haven't reached that level of closeness yet. They understand that getting to know you on that deeper level isn't something that can be rushed. It takes time, patience, and genuine effort. They're aware that things will move according to your comfort, not theirs, and they're completely okay with that. In their eyes, you're the one who decides how quickly things unfold and how much of yourself you choose to share. This person is willing to respect that completely. They want to show up with sincerity and kindness, meeting you where you are instead of pushing for more. Still, there's a quiet excitement within them. They're curious and willing to wait as long as it takes, because they truly feel that getting to know the real you will be worth it. What they hope to bring into your life is a sense of balance. They're not trying to change you or shape you into someone else. Instead, they value you as you are, and they recognize that they bring similar qualities into the connection. There's a feeling here of two people learning about each other step by step, figuring out where they naturally click and where they might need to meet in the middle. They're open to understanding how your personalities fit together, including the parts that may need patience or compromise. This is someone who's ready to meet you halfway, approaching the connection with openness and care. They're not the type to judge you based on first impressions or pull away if things feel a bit vulnerable or intense at times. Instead, they're willing to slow down and adjust to your pace. That steady, patient energy keeps showing up because they truly see your worth. They feel there's a deeper part of you that's worth waiting for. The version of you that only comes out when you feel completely safe, when you're fully yourself without holding back. And they don't assume that side of you is entirely different from the person you show the world. They simply understand that everyone has layers, parts of themselves that only appear when trust has been built, and they feel genuinely secure with someone. They want to become someone important in your life, someone you genuinely trust. Their hope is to be the person you feel safe with, the one you can relax around and show parts of yourself you usually keep hidden from everyone else. They want you to feel secure enough to be fully yourself, knowing you'll be seen with kindness, care, and respect. The Eight of Pentacles suggests this is someone ready to put in real effort and stay committed for the long run. They're willing to be patient, both with you and with themselves. They're aware that they too can be private and guarded. From their own experience, they know that as the connection deepens, they'll sometimes run into emotional walls. There may be moments when getting close feels overwhelming, times when they need to take a step back, process their feelings, and find their balance again before continuing. They understand this pattern in themselves, no matter how fast or slow things progress. They also assume you might have similar limits when it comes to vulnerability. They're not expecting everything to unfold perfectly. In their view, this won't be a straight, effortless path where everything just clicks instantly and builds without challenges. Instead, they see it as a natural process with ups and downs. This person is grounded and realistic. While they feel a genuine pull toward you, they also know that as two people grow closer, imperfections and blind spots will show up. They want you to understand early on that they're steady and won't panic if you need space or want to slow things down. At the same time, they're honest enough to admit they'll have moments where they need that space, too. For them, communication is key. They value honesty and openness above all. This reflects someone who has spent a lot of time reflecting on themselves, someone who knows their strengths as well as their flaws. Rather than risking misunderstandings later, they prefer to be upfront from the beginning. They don't feel the need to hide who they are or pretend to be perfect. Instead, they want to be real with you, openly sharing their insecurities and the challenges they face, both within themselves and in relationships. At the same time, they're not trying to dump all their baggage on you. What matters to them is showing, through what they say and how they act, that they're genuinely working on themselves. They're aware of who they are, and they use that awareness to grow, not to make excuses. They don't think they're perfect or above anyone else. They simply want you to see them as they truly are, their strengths and their flaws, so you can understand them honestly as a partner. This might feel unfamiliar compared to what you've experienced before. Some people tend to act like they have it all together, avoiding deeper conversations or responsibility. This person is different. They're not opening up so you'll lower your expectations or settle for less. They're doing it because they believe that the more you understand them, the easier it will be for you to open up too. That kind of honesty creates a deeper, more meaningful bond, one where very little is hidden as you grow closer and share life together. When it comes to intimacy, they're open and clear. They'll communicate what they like, what they want, what excites them, and what doesn't. You won't be left guessing or trying to figure them out. They'll make their feelings known. They're also someone who speaks openly about their life experiences, the decisions they've made, the way they live, their ambitions, and the moments that shaped them. They won't shy away from talking about times they had to start over or put in long, consistent effort to achieve something important. Because of this, you'll come to understand them fully, not by trying to read between the lines, but because they willingly offer that clarity. You won't feel the need to question who they are or what they're about. Right now, they're thinking carefully about their next step. Timing matters to them, and they're asking themselves if this is the right moment to approach you. As time passes, they feel more anticipation building inside them. If this is someone who sees you often or follows you online, they've noticed a change in how they feel. What started as simple curiosity has grown into something much deeper. Now they catch themselves waiting, thinking about when they'll see you again or when you'll share something new. They're no longer just observing from a distance. There's a real desire now to connect with you directly, in person. And that shift is what's pushing them closer to taking action. This growing attraction and sense of readiness is what gives them the confidence to approach you, while still being mindful of your space and boundaries. For many of you, this could be someone new, someone you haven't met before. There's no shared past or familiar starting point. The connection will begin purely through energy, presence, and the feeling they bring when they approach you. And they understand that very well. They're very aware of the energy they carry and the impression they leave. They pay attention to how they feel mentally, emotionally, and physically. If they don't feel balanced or at their best, they won't approach you at all. They want to feel aligned within themselves first, because they know a first impression isn't just about how they look. It's about their overall presence, their energy, and the vibe they bring. They're moving with intention, taking the time to fine-tune their energy before making a move. Rather than rushing in, they want their first impression to feel genuine and meaningful, something that can naturally develop into a deeper connection over time. This is a person who brings more than just surface-level value. They've put real effort into understanding themselves. Through reflection and personal growth, they've explored their inner world and continue to evolve. They're likely drawn to things like self-awareness, mindfulness, and holistic well-being. Whether shaped by life experiences or consistent practice, they've built a strong connection within themselves, balancing mind, body, and spirit. And that's exactly the energy they're bringing toward you. They hope their depth, sincerity, and self-awareness will catch your attention, sparking curiosity and encouraging you to give them a real chance. That's the message coming through in this reading. Hopefully, it resonated with you and gave you some insight into the energy of this person who's preparing to enter your life. If it did connect with you, you can like or comment to acknowledge it. And if you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future readings. Take care and stay well.